And that music never gets old. It's been 3 weeks since we played it, and I'm still bopping my head to it.
Have you found it online yet?
Have we found what?
Have you found
The
the
theme.
song online?
Well, we can't officially make it the theme because StreamYard owns it, and so they would sue us into oblivion if we did that.
No. For your own personal library, so you can listen to it anytime.
Well, no. If we were gonna have a theme song, I would want it to be something that is made by us and not having to be copyrighted.
I'm just talking about for your own personal listen.
Basically, like casual listening.
Oh, like lo-fi?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, lo-fi. Ooh, that would be so perfect for this. Although, so we'll
there's
look
also
more of a little bit of future funk too would work good because that's got that psychedelic feel to it, and we're allowing that. So.
Hey, Joey. There's some like royalty-free music on YouTube, though.
There is. But what happens if they get royalties on it? What if it stops being free at that point? And then
that's why
it just gets
a band who can make us our own theme song.
Yeah, that's why if we had our own, we wouldn't have to worry about it. It would be ours.
Yes, indeed.
It would be all copyrighted. Like we would have the Deanie, the Circus, the Mooney, and the Silk copyrights all on it. And then what happens after that is like when we get older and we start finding that there's like a monetary beneficiary on this, we could sue each other, and then we could be in litigation in court for many years, and then we could start having courtroom dramas.
God,
we're not going into the McDonald's brothers doing that one dude, okay?
Oh, that sounds
like that. Ain't like that case from like fucking Super Size Me.
Hey, Grub Dog.
Oh, Grub Dog is here. The tiny human has appeared. And I see there's a blue. Oh, wow. I didn't realize your picture until this now. That's a Blowborb drinking coffee. Oh, no. It's the white, but it's the white Blowborb with the long tongue.
Come, Grub Dog, get on my shoulder so I can carry you everywhere so you won't get squished.
Well, actually, there's like a dog that just carries the little tiny humans around.
I was just trying to offer my services.
There are no humans in the Pikmin world. If anything, these little tiny humans are trying to find out what was civilization had these specific treasures. Like, what is this Nintendo DS?
Well, at least
your friend drew that for you.
Run.
Oh, your friend drew that for you. That's really nice.
You imagine if we were in Logan's Run, we'd all be dead now because of kerosene.
That's why I don't play it, because I don't want to be living in that.
Logan's Run's a movie, dude.
I know. I still don't want to.
Ugh.
Okay, well, it's going to be Reddit Wednesday this week because I practically just tapped out after the last one. There was only so much I could take, and then Sylph had to step in. I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
And you were right at the finish line, too.
Yeah, so close. If I had knew that there were 5 minutes more, I would have kept going, but I was just like, I can't. All right.
Hey,
anyway,
Joey,
let me
I
get
found
into
something.
these Reddit stories.
Speaking of the music thing, have you ever tried Mario Paint Music Maker?
Ooh, I've heard of that.
I've never attempted it. I don't have a Super Nintendo.
Oh,
No,
man,
you can actually. No, I think you can use it on. It's not on the Nintendo. I think it's like you can use it on the PC.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to look into that then. I'm not a musical artist, so I don't know how we would do it.
Yeah, remember, Mooney, Joey's thing is doing impressions and stuff like that.
Bro.
Oh, the entertainment section of it.
I'm just making a suggestion.
I know. I gave Joey a compliment earlier, and he thanked me for it, so I felt great. Because I told him he was way better at voices than I am.
Now, what we can do is we can hire somebody and be like, hey, you make this for us. And then we'll copyright it. And then we'll pay them for it. And then what we'll do is that person can then sue us later down the line. It'll be just like
Joey.
It'll be just like any band that gets sued by somebody because of like copyright and stuff. It happens all the time.
Dude.
Remember
I'm not going to be.
This is a small YouTube. We don't make nothing off these episodes. This is all
exactly. That's why this is not a business, and that's why we will never get sued for anything. Because if we were like Mr. Beast, who formed his own company and then gets sued off the zoo for everything, why would you want to put yourself through that?
That's why I'm telling our fans we only do all this for volunteer basis. None of us get paid.
That's why people need lawyers in these particular situations. Okay, let's go over some of these Reddit things that Sil found. I got the first one here, and I'm trying to figure out what this is, but I have no idea. So I'm just gonna screen share.
Oh, you okay there?
It's the cough drop. It went down the wrong way.
Oof.
I'm choking on my own saliva.
Well, that's ironic. The cough drop is not doing what it's advertised.
Sorry.
Oh.
So ironic. Okay, I'm sharing this one.
Hope won't get dry during the stream.
Oh, you didn't have to show that one.
What the hell is this?
Look at the comments, though.
The picture speaks 1,000 words.
Look, it's a transformer.
And a pregnant mother.
Either that looks like a transformer, or that pregnant woman almost looks like the Virgin Mary.
Okay, so the comments are like, Autobots, I should have pulled out. Not true, though, because actuality, pulling out does not actually stop you from getting pregnant.
Yeah, they're doing a parody of their catchphrase rollout.
But I know. But people do not or men do not know this. So every time they say pull out, it's like, no, it's not gonna. It's defeats the purpose.
Yeah, how many times I've had an accident during fucking sex where I almost got pregnant because of that.
That's because they defeated the Decepticondoms. Well,
we found the Virgin Mary of the whole freaking robot nation.
Ignatius Drake says Optimus Prime can't find condoms that fit. You're welcome.
It was from Peter Explain the Joke.
And then Friendship Fry says that's his brother Amazon Prime. Okay, Toxic Booster says it's not a joke. It's a tax cab lifted. Things similar to the hood of a car for maintenance, so that it appears to be looking at the pregnant belly of a wife who is home alone a lot because of her husband's job. It doesn't really speak 1,000 words, just fake deep. And then Interesting Worry 202 says, I think I'm on the internet too much. When I read that, I went, I don't think this guy knows what a deep fake is. I need more coffee.
You are not the father.
And there's actually multiple of these pictures too, because there's another one that's similar with a fire truck.
Oh no!
Oh God!
Constant Naive 7649 says the account is called The Only Way Is Trucking. They seem to be a company that sells clothes and accessories to truckers. Either the pregnant women in the picture or the father of her child consider trucking such a big part of their identity that they arrange this picture where a trunk can is angled to spotlight her and appearing to look at her. It can be interpreted as a representation of her father or the father gazing lovingly at the woman, a bit of ingratituous anthropomorphization for a heavy machine. And the company sells to people who consider trucking a big part of their identity. This image fits their brand.
Dude, when I think of the trucking thing, this sounds like that car scene for a sex thing from My Strange Addiction.
Oh, dude, God. Now we know how Lightning McQueen came into the world.
The secret story of cars that I did not need to know about.
Sorry, guys.
I mean, doesn't cars have their own Pope-mobile?
Have their own Hope-mobile?
Pope, the Pope, like Pope Francis.
Oh, I heard Hope, and then I heard Cope.
I didn't hear shit. I'm just
Copium. This is Joey. You're on Copium right now, bud.
Wait, no, Copia. No, Copia means that you're defending yourself from an accusation of something.
Melly's brain is still in La La Land from last week after being shut down.
It doesn't help that the modern microphones don't actually pick up good sound quality sometimes. So when I hear things, I'm like, what?
It's it's actually, for those of you who are new here, this is basically one of the inside jokes whenever he mishears us say something.
To the Cope Mobile. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Coping.
Okay, for a moment, I accidentally heard that as Coke. So the
So
Coke.
it
See, I'm not the only one. I am not the only one that has this problem.
Marijuana Buddies is just around the corner, you guys. In a month, chill.
So, in my defense, I'm also
cocaine.
also finishing my dinner, so like paying attention.
Wait
I
a
got
minute.
angel
This is
hair.
insult.
Oh.
All right. Let me see if there's any other ones. Nah, I'm just gonna move on to the next Reddit thing that we got here. Oh, Sylph has labeled this the promised one.
The promised one?
As in, I promised to link this after the dating sim last week, but we ran out of time.
Okay, let me read this. Fired and denied prize after winning work costume contest. This sounds like
Dude.
a bad office. This sounds like a bad office episode.
Now I'm curious.
It's concluded too, so at least we'll have an ending to this story.
Doesn't are we gonna sound like Dwight? Like Dwight had a costume that he wanted, and then some dicks decided to like deny him a prize or something.
Is it bad
just
I've
wait
never
till he
seen
gets-
The Office?
No, you're not missing
I've never
out.
seen The Office. I've never
was
watched The
kind of-
Office either.
Yeah, it was during that period of time when everybody was into those NBC comedies.
Hmm.
They used to have like a block of comedy that was like 30 Rock and The Office and Earl something. It was like a something or whatever.
My name is Earl or something.
Yeah, My Name is Earl. Yeah, it used to come on right after The Office.
I saw
You
My
could say
Name is
that
Earl,
you could say that like that like that 3 hour block of like comedy on NBC was kind of like what a lot of 2000s type of like comedy nerds were into back then. And yeah, I wasn't really into that stuff. Although I did have a teacher that was like, "Oh, if you get me that office calendar for my birthday, I will make you my prize student." So I did. And to this day, he still keeps in contact with me. So,
Sorry, Kevin, you're not the teacher's pet.
all right. Anyway, yeah. So this says, "I am not the OOP. OOP is
Original OP.
yeah.
Original
I was
OP.
gonna say I almost read that as OPP.
Was
like, yeah.
you know,
Yeah. Like, nope. And I was like, no, you don't know me. Oh, he put this person put it in legal advice. Okay, so Phoenix Wright got involved here.
do it in Phoenix's voice.
Oh God.
Well, but that's my regular voice. I just
That's
gave
his regular
Phoenix my regular voice.
Kind of like how Seth MacFarlane gave Brian his normal voice.
Well, actually,
Also
no.
made
My
Silverine in Edgeworth.
well, actually, no. My
gosh.
my original voice is actually not my Phoenix voice. When I play Apollo Justice, that will be my original voice. I don't present it in front of people because, you know, I've always been taught that you have to present your voice in a specific way. Anyway, there's a trigger warning. Let me see. Hostile workplace is the trigger warning. So
Don't
if
we
you've
all
ever
know
had-
it?
If you have workplace abuse, this won't be for you. So that includes me, but I'm going to go through it anyway.
I think that sounds like all of us, but we ball.
Let's see. So he was fired and denied prize after winning work costume contests. All right. So I work in a large office setting in Alabama. It's not a call center, but it has a similar environment. Officially, there isn't a uniform, and you can wear whatever as long as it isn't against the dress code. But several of my managers are religious and very southern judgy ladies who harass certain people in the office over the way they look, either with inappropriate, unwanted compliments or overly judgmental comments. Something makes me think that these women are just like going up to the guys and be like, "Hey, you want to have sex in the office?"
Wouldn't be too far off.
Which wouldn't be
Please
surprising
point out
with
my
these
cooch.
rich
That's fine.
executives. Yes, I need help opening this. I need help opening this desk drawer.
I am so.
Oh no,
stupid.
darling! I fell in the company washing machine.
There's a company washing machine? Yes, now get your ass down to the basement. All right.
I think
I'm
that's
I'm a very tall guy who works out, and I've gotten both sides of it. The latter because I have very long hair, and they call me a hippie. Wow, nobody has used hippie since the '60s. So these women must be like out of touch.
Also, keep in mind this was like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Because still, I mean, in 2018, even it was still. I mean, the people it's using hippie was still out of touch even back then. You would have to go to the 60s and 70s before it started to be considered
actually Eric Cartman used it in South Park.
Well, it was brought back in the 90s when like Eric Cartman was around, and that just
No. This episode was in 2000s.
No, because it was like it was late 90s when Eric Cartman was saying it. I remember specifically because that was like the first season. And the first season that he was talking about hippies and stuff. Because I know that not that I watched it, but I had friends that watched it, and they told me all the South Park jokes all the time. So I grew up around it. So I know that pretty well. Like even the late 90s and into the 2000s, like it brought back because of just how popular the Eric Cartman character was. But it eventually died down once South Park stopped being funny in a lot of people's minds. There was like a cutoff point. I think the cutoff point was when Chef died.
Isaac Hayes. Yeah.
Yeah, Isaac Hayes. And rest in power, my guy, I guess.
Let's see. I'm a very okay. I know a lot of female co-workers who have gotten much worse because of very conservative clothing. And in the time I've worked here, I've seen multiple complaints of the HR of comments made to them, which have ended in them being fired in the next week. Being harassed over clothing/body stuff is a big topic among my coworkers, and it has made for terrible office environment. On the Glassdoor for our company, 75% of the reviews specifically reference this aspect of working here. Wow, Jesus. The reviews talking about the clothing. There should have to be like an investigation, like a third-party investigation into that.
Seriously, that's like discrimination through and through.
And it's Alabama, so they get away with it.
Right.
A few days prior to the 31st, I found out my work was doing a costume contest. I had a somewhat high-effort costume I was reusing from a comic convention, and I decided to wear it again, not really expecting to win. My workplace is over 100 employees, and the top prize for winning included $500 in cash and several gift cards. Wow, that's actually pretty good because you can cash in the gift cards. Oh no! No! I know who he dressed up as. I'm reading ahead. No!
Spill it, Dee Dee.
God. It is worth noting that the costume is not in any way sexual or inappropriate for work.
What the fuck?
From our dress code. Depending on the context. And if you are curious, the character I dressed up as was Gonta. And if you Google him, nothing is inappropriate about his design against our dress code, save for being barefoot. And I broke character by wearing sandals.
What? Oh my god, what? Wait, what?
I broke the rules by wearing sandals.
What the fuck? What the holy fuck?
I grew out my hair specifically for this costume. I brought my best glasses, and I brought in my best suit. I try to get one just like Gonta's, but it's very hard to find a brown jacket suit.
I'm losing it. I am absolutely losing it.
Help us. The Moonchild is broken.
And by the way, I have not watched the scene where Gonta and Shuichi are in the love suite. So for me to say that it's appropriate to wear this, I have no idea.
See?
Although personally, I have seen it. But anyway. So technically, I broke the rules by wearing sandals. I should have just gone barefoot. Let me see, where did I leave
But
off?
Jesus wore sandals, and these are God-fearing Christians?
Yeah, they want women to be barefoot in their homes. The most inappropriate thing I could think of is that there were fake bug toys in the bug box. Oh God, guys should, especially if you put fake cockroaches in there. People are not going to want to see that. There was a prank somebody pulled on one of my friends like back in the day where they took a pizza box and they just put cockroaches on top of the pizza because the guy just had a fear of cockroaches. So what he did was after he saw the cockroaches in there, he threw the pizza box across the lawn.
Oh.
And then they got mad at him for doing it. I was like, that was perfectly good pizza. Why'd you throw it? Because there were fucking cockroaches all over the pizza. I was like, it was just a prank. We spent money on that pizza. I was like, ugh.
It's a prank, bro.
Yeah, it's just that it always is like, it was just a prank. I was just kidding, SpongeBob. Virtually no one in our office dressed up, which I wasn't expecting, but it made sense. Well, whoever organized that costume contest did not do a good job advertising it. It was me, one new girl who wore a kitty ear headband and a set of cheap fairy wings. So what, like a cat fairy?
I guess.
And several of my female managers, all of whom went all out. What does that mean?
They're wearing slutty costumes.
Everyone and him dressed like Gonta. You don't think they were just like, oh, who's the guy with looking like like a Tarzan in the suit?
Oh no.
Let's see. Everyone in my office has strong resentment for our managers for reasons mentioned above, and I ended up winning the vote because of it. Wow. So he didn't win because he had the best costume. He won because they fucking hated the managers. So this was like a biased vote right here. The headband girl won second. I was told that I'd be sent my prize via direct deposit yesterday. I did not, and instead got an email explaining that I was being terminated for abuse of the office dress code. Sir, I'm sorry. You're getting fired because you dressed like Gonta. Why the hell would you dress up like Tarzan?
I know why he's fired, because they're sexist.
No, they're firing him because they fired him because it was the whole like they got mad because the workers decided to go for like the guy that was nice instead of them. Like, I put all the effort into making this costume. I am the manager. I should be getting the praise from my workers, and they didn't give it to me. So now we're going to take it out on him.
Interesting theory.
When I called my manager for clarification, she said that my costume clearly violated dress code. After I asked what rule it was that I broke, she told me that I knew what it was and was hung up on. Oh, so he did the good thing. He actually tried to get them by saying, okay, tell me which rule in the rule book that I specifically violated. And they're like, yeah, and then hung up. That's what it is. I literally just had a conversation with somebody about this on social media. I'm like, you made a claim. What is your evidence to back up the claim? And so what they did was they just gave me like a brief sentence. I'm like, that's not evidence. That's not evidence. You don't have any facts to back this up. You haven't pointed to a specific thing in here that addresses it. You just made a claim. And now that I'm calling you out on it, you do not have the backing of what your original claim is. So this guy did the exact same thing. You're firing me because I violated the dress code. Where specifically in the rules does it say that I violated the dress code? And the manager was like, and then just hung up.
Brain last week.
Yeah. I'm young, and I've obviously never dealt with a level of blatant unprofessionalism in the workplace on this level before, and I really don't want what to do. Do I have rights on this? They seriously can't do that, right? Well, I'll answer this. If you were in a union, this would not have happened. A union specifically protects you from these type of firings. Right. The reason why he got fired, because basically a manager can fire you for any reason. And unless you have the money to get a lawyer, usually people don't sue because they would have to go to court. And these companies have such high-priced lawyers that they can turn it around and they can come up with pretty much any law to justify their claims for firing you. And they're going to try to litigate it so much that you spend most of your savings trying to work this out in court, and you'll barely get any compensation for it. Unless, of course, you have the money to back it up, which if you do, then great. You can take them to court over this for unlawful firing. Nowadays, there are lawyers that are willing to charge less to actually do unlawful firings. So you might have some luck there, but this is Alabama, and Alabama is known to be a very conservative state, and they don't usually like to take on these type of cases because they are very pro employer, not pro employee. In fact, they union busted a potential group of Amazon workers that were trying to unionize in Alabama, and they succeeded, and they haven't been able to get it since. They did a lot of anti-union campaigning. So if this guy specifically had a union in his company, this would not have happened.
Jesus Christ.
All right, relevant comments. Marzi D says, it is shitty and unfair. Unfortunately, shitty and unfair is legal. They can fire you for not following the dress code, and they can fire you for following the dress code. Yeah, basically. The $500 prize is yours, and they need to pay up. You should also be eligible for unemployment since this is not actually for cause termination as far as unemployment is concerned. Nukedom says, for reference, the character is a guy in a suit and tie. Technically, yes.
Technicality, yeah.
Technically, but still barefoot.
Bro.
Half Awake says, will hiring standards mean you could be fired for any reason at all? Think of it like you're a kid visiting a friend. The friend's parents own their house and can send you home at any time for any reason. The only difference between this scenario and real life is that you do have a few protections in the workplace based on protected categories. And then the way baseball go shows what Gonta looks like. It's a character in a suit with long hair carrying a butterfly net, which OP may not have even had with the costume. 2 days later, Alabama. That's the first thing with the update. Alabama.
And saved by best of legal advice.
Yep.
Well, my problem essentially ended up closing itself out within a day. I initially planned on writing this last night, but got sucked into a web novel.
Oh, Christ.
Worm, really good stuff. I don't know what Worm is. Which made me forget about it. A lot of people have questions about stuff. So to clarify, our office does have a defined and written dress code, but it is very lax, at least on paper. Well, then why have a dress code at all if you're not going to follow it?
Yeah. I mean, shit, my work has I have a specific shirt that's specifically a uniform, but lately they've been coming in, they say scrubs or even shit. They even have work shirts that provide to be the quote uniform, but a lot of times they don't really, some of them don't really follow the code, especially with the newer ones, because someone come in and pop in with hoodies and shit.
Yeah, and if they're not gonna, in Mooney's case, or Mooney's job, if they're not gonna do anything about it, then there's no point in even enforcing it. Unless, of course,
exactly my point. I'm practically because we used to have a thing back in the day. I think that Fridays we can wear blue jeans and shit for Fridays, but you have to pay $1 to be able to do so.
Jeez.
Yep. Because the dress code there is basically black, pants being black, blue, or khakis. Or in my case, that my one of my khakis is actually technically jeans, but nobody caught on.
Wait, is there such a thing as khaki jeans?
Well, I mean, the colors look like a beige, like a khakis.
Oh, because I was going to say, you blend those two things together, he's got a fashion sense now. Let's see. Things are specifically listed in what we can and cannot wear, and the latter category is made up of very few things beyond sexually explicit stuff. As I said, I do not work in a call center, just a similar environment. I like how he had to clarify. I am not involved in any type of scam in any way. It's not a scam. Even though call centers mostly are scams.
Yeah, they are
specifically
mostly.
an audio transcriptionist service. Yeah, that's what they
Like
kind of. Well, we're not a call center. We're audio transcribers.
Isn't that basically the same thing as like telemarketing?
Oh no, telemarketing in a sense can actually be beneficial. If you're trying to market something through television or movies. I mean, the news station that I worked for had a telemarketing department. So in some instances, like if it's actually lawful, then it can work.
Ow.
But if they're not following the law, then
Fucking
that's a problem.
dogs.
Like you can't literally scam people. We listen to audio calls and tap them out, and we use foot pedals the entire time. Where taking off your shoes at your desk is strongly encouraged to make it easy. Ew, no. When I used to do that, when I used to transcribe interviews for a local production company, they always told you to keep your shoes on when you were using the pedal because you don't know whose foot is contaminating that thing.
Nasty.
Again, they don't enforce their rules. Because of this, many people wear sandals regularly, and no footwear is listed in the dress code at all. I did wear sandals as Gonta, but I always wore those at work. If you brought dress shoes or heels to my job and wore them, I actually think it would make it impossible, if not giving you an injury. And my suit actually stood out quite a bit because basically no guys dressed that formally ever. Oh, so he got noticed. There's something about a sharp-dressed man, as ZZ Top would say. I did have the butterfly net, not a hammer, as some people have said. Haha, Gonta's not that kind of guy. But one of my managers had a real-looking chainsaw, so I don't think this is valid. Wait,
Ayo, what the? Ayo, what the fuck?
Wait, what is Gonta Leatherface?
Ayo, what the hell is this now?
Gonta, here you
the hell
not
is
like
this?
bugs.
Oh no!
I'm convinced Golden would use a chainsaw when he goes super.
Pick me up. Hello, somebody pick me up. I'm scared.
What did you say about Caterpie?
No. It's not like that at all. I'm just being a little bit silly right now. Don't mind me.
You say second generation
No.
bug Pokemon is worse
Actually,
than first
no.
gen?
No! Hey! Joey, let's
Run!
get
He's
this
gonna
now,
kill
dude.
him with a chainsaw. Golden's Leatherface.
Gonta Chainsaw Massacre.
Help.
Although that would more likely be a comedy than anything.
Dude,
The comedy
on.
is Gonta.
It's not like-
The
not
comedy is Gonta uses the chainsaw, but he actually doesn't actually kill anybody. It actually breaks on him. And he's like, Gonta
Oh,
tried to
God.
figure out how
watch out for the
chainsaw
blades,
works.
everybody.
It's like Looney Tunes, but with Gonta. That Gonta says
shit.
that's all, folks. I told him my name was Gonta and explained the character a bit,
Christ.
but don't think my managers
Oh,
or anyone
Christ.
looked it up and saw Killing Game, as several people have guessed. In the email ranking thing I got, I was listed as Happy Bug Scientist.
God.
I severely doubt this is what
Hey,
happened.
isn't it? Well, entomologist, but I don't know.
Technically,
off.
they're not wrong.
Technicality.
I guess
I mean,
They're not
entomologist
wrong.
is probably.
Just not the answer.
Gonta, the science
no,
guy.
no.
Gonta, the science guy. Gonta, Gonta.
Stop!
Bugs rule.
Imagine if Golden's science.
Fucking
ship was like
stop.
the world. Gonta.
All right.
Elliot?
Very, very soon after my first post, a friend I told about what happened had his father call me, a guy who owns a mid-sized business in another part of town. We spoke for a while about what happened in my prior experiences, and he ended up hiring me. Oh, that was nice of him. I heard that the company across the street had fired you. Well, come to my much nicer, considerably better company that pays you better and actually treats you like a better employee. Oh, going to agree. And my bosses don't seem to be wild, so I'm happy. Glassdoor reviews aren't scary either. Oh, God. If you're
How's
looking
the
up
pay?
reviews on Glassdoor before a job, like, why you go to a place that's at, like, 2 stars? It's like almost like Rate My Teacher. If anyone ever had that in college. I was a bit salty over the $500, and I had planned on maybe finding out if there was a way to report them from holding a fraudulent contest or something, even if I had little recourse on the job. One of my managers actually ended up passing away after a car accident Saturday, and another who was with her is in the hospital under critical condition and has apparently suffered brain damage. What
Good
the
fucking
fuck?
Lord.
What kind of fucking Deus Ex Machina is this?
Go
Obviously,
to-
I wasn't on good terms with them, but I didn't want that to happen. Pursuing the money at this point seems in bad case, so I decided to let it go. She wasn't nice to me, but hopefully my second manager ends up being as fine as she can be given the circumstances. Thank you again for the legal advice and empathy. Helped me through this, even if things just sort of ended up happening themselves. Workers' rights do seem to be pretty screwed up in this country, though. Oh, if he said that at the very last sentence, you can get him on that. You can make him pro-union at that point and be like, that's how you get him in. Stories like this. Because what the people can do is they could post this on social media and be like, this is why we need unions. This story right here is one of the main reasons. Okay? We have a social story right here, as they say, that can really, really help. So
the spirit of
good.
God at the miniatures.
Yeah, just don't dress up as a bug-loving scientist with bare feet that wants to impress people by being a gentleman. Apparently,
At
that
least
will
he didn't
get you
fucking go
nowhere.
up to the managers and say, "You don't like bugs," and got all pissed about.
At least he wasn't like, "Oh, we can meet in Love Suite later." At least he didn't say that.
I hope we.
By
get
the way,
Gonta
if we
next.
get Gonta in the Love Suite, I'm gonna be like, "Oh God, what's he gonna do?"
I want to see Gonta in the love suite.
I don't. Because
you
we've
want
got
one.
nothing but guys so far. It's been nothing but like guys the entire time. I'm surprised the randomizer hasn't gotten us a girl yet in there.
It knows what I want.
Of course. And the first one just happened to be fuckboy. And then the second one happened to be asshole. And then the third one happened to be boyfriend. If we get the robot next and the Gonta next, it's going to be like, okay.
I smell conspiracy.
No, if we get Himiko and she's like, pet me, I'm like, I'm out of here.
Okay, hold on. I'm looking at some of the replies on this.
What?
One of them, by Von Snootingham.
Somebody's echoing.
That's not me. It's someone
They,
else.
Mm,
I can hear
Oh,
it.
it's
Not me
Mooney.
this time.
It's Mooney.
they broke the rules of the game, so Monokuma got them. And then someone put the it's punishment time.
It's one of the model cubs.
And then one of the replies talks about how yeah, the managers awarded the $500 to themselves because they thought they deserved it more.
Of course that's what I was saying before.
And that the accident happened because I guess, you know what, I wouldn't be surprised if they were using that money to like go out drinking and stuff. Get off my desk.
Hi, Elliot.
All hopes to make them feel better.
Hi, Elliot.
No, he's already okay. He's still there.
Okay, you ready for the next one?
Yep.
Let's go.
Oh, okay, what is TIFU?
Today I effed up, or today I fucked.
So the title of this, I'm like, oh, we're gonna get away from the dating sim, and then I find this. Today I fucked up by thinking my son was having gay sex when he was just eating hummus.
What the fuck?
How could you confuse eating hummus with gay sex, bro?
Okay.
Check, please. Dude, it's gonna be like
I am flabbergasted that somebody would fuck up like this. Like, literally.
Oh, just wait.
It's a good word.
This is a woman saying this. I thought this was a man. I was like, okay, if this was a man, it would make sense in some aspects, but no.
dude,
Okay.
it's like those fucking shampoo commercials I showed you.
So I, a 39-year-old woman, have a son that's 15 years old, and he brought a friend round today. They immediately went to their room, and I assumed that they would just play video games or whatever. So I was totally fine having them or leaving them. It was about 30 minutes in when I was walking past. I heard sounds such as "OMG, that's so good," and it's so good that with that in it, and various
Oh, God.
sounds.
Fucking dogs, bro. Ah.
The dogs don't like Russ.
The dogs don't even like this. It really sounded like they were having gay sex. People don't say those things in sexual context like that. That's something that you
Hey.
hear in porn because it's like scripted that way.
Hey, what if it's food porn?
No, not even that. When I eat a good piece of pizza, I don't go, "Oh, this is so delicious."
Dude, when I'm hungry,
Right into
somebody-
my mouth hole.
I know.
Yeah, oh, let me just insert this right inside.
Unless you're Homer Simpson.
Again, that's a cartoon character.
Yeah.
I know.
People don't do that in
Really
real life.
doing that.
Although,
That's gonna be fucking hilarious when people decide to put all this out of context of us getting caught in 4K.
I remember I did make pasta one time, and I was like turned away, and all of a sudden I hear my friend go, "Oh!" and I'm like, "Oh, they're hurt," and I'm like, "This is so delicious." I'm like, "Oh my god, you scared me for a second. I thought you just orgasmed in the kitchen."
Hey, you can
My
have a
food's not
mouth
that good.
orgasm.
But what
My
about
food's
spinach?
not that
What
good.
about that? Doesn't that sound like the same thing when you make like spinach balls?
Well, I haven't made spinach balls in years.
Get off my chair.
Hi, Elliot.
Okay.
Doing stuff, Elliot.
Okay, anyway, back to the story. I was super weirded out by it, so I
Sorry.
quickly went downstairs and waited for his friend to leave. When this friend left an hour or two later, I asked my son what they were doing in his room. Although I don't mind him being gay, and I know it's normal for teenagers to
Bullshit.
have sex, a
Oh.
condom really should be used.
Oh, so
So I
she's
just-
not a regular mom. She's a cool mom.
Oh, she's the chill one.
Girl, if you're weirded out by your kid having gay sex, you're kind of homophobic, I think.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not the fact that he was having the sex. It was the fact that he wasn't using condoms. You know, she's implying that it's much better for him to be protected than to go in raw, because obviously you're much more likely to be a gay person. You're much more likely to get STDs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how that we got the whole AIDS epidemic in the 80s, because there wasn't contraception. Oh, I mean, contraception wasn't really that popular back then, but they didn't have contraception back then. They didn't really advertise it all that much, because Reagan, in a lot of ways, was making sure that epidemic happened so that it would kill more gay people at the time.
Dude, we got
Damn.
to have patient zero on that.
Did they find Did they find who was patient zero?
No, I don't think so.
I think there's a
Um,
video on it somewhere.
Well, if it hasn't really been identified, because if it was, it would already made like national news at this point.
Maybe they're trying to keep their privacy.
Yeah, because if you're
Oh,
going to
hold
out
on.
patient zero,
Unless patient zero is
There's a
already dead.
Wikipedia page for this, but I don't know how
Accurate.
accurate this is.
to quote the whitest guys I don't care what Wikipedia says. All right, anyway, let me get back to the story. However, the answer shocked me to my very core. They weren't having sex, they were eating hummus. I was shocked, and at first I didn't believe it. We had never had hummus before, and I asked him to show hummus if this was true. So he did, and I ate hummus for the first time. And oh my god, it was so good.
I've
She's
never had
guilty of
hummus.
doing
I
it.
need to try
Yeah,
that.
she's guilty of
I
doing
don't
it
think
too.
so.
We experimented with different things in it, like bread and carrots, and it was great. Apparently, his friend has heard about how he had never had hummus before and thought this was absurd, so had planned a date for a hummus party. Well, that's sweet.
Hey, you can
so-
have a date with a friend. Don't get puffy about it, people.
It's, I mean, yeah. I mean, we go on dates every Wednesday and Friday.
Because I remember there's a song singing like from Big Mouth like called "Best Friends Make the Best Lovers" or somewhere like that.
Well, sometimes, not all the time. Because if that was the case, then every woman would be having a would be getting it on, because
You
they're
would
very
think.
tight with their friends, and then guys will be like, "Oh no, yeah, we don't rub our muscles together. What are you talking about? No,
No, I even cuddled
no,
with one of
no."
my girlfriends.
Like literally, guys will touch each other's legs, but they'll say, "No, it's not sexual. We're just being, we're just being bros. We're just like messing around with each other."
Sure.
I'm like, okay, but why the leg when it's right next to the crotch?
Even my friend will let me touch her boobs. They're like squeeze balls. That's why
I
like
didn't need to know that.
Hey, non-sexual.
They are practically like stress balls to some people.
Well,
Yeah,
that I
right.
know, but
Even
I
my
don't
friends like, why not everybody likes touching my boobs? And she touches like, oh, they're like
like
stress
punching them, like literally punching them like a punching bag.
balls. No, touching them like squeezing
I was like,
them
what
balls.
the
and all
fuck?
that
And we,
stuff.
like, she's like, yes, you could be a boxer on my chest. What the fuck?
Yeah, she literally let me squeeze her tit. I've known this woman since I was like 12. So we
that I
have like
didn't
a
need to know.
sister-friend relationship.
That I didn't need to know.
Trust me, she's that friend I told you about that wanted to sleep with me with her ex.
Yes, I know. I know.
Good God.
And I'm like, nope.
All right. So yeah, it ended up being a good ending. I discovered how nice hummus was, and that's the okay. Let me see the comments in here. Oh, Hell21 says, "Oh, I see you got hit by the emergency hummus. I always kept open hummus inside my closet for when I was having sex with my friends. You never know when you may get caught."
Right, so there's a sequel to this.
Oh,
Oh,
there is.
Yep.
Today I fucked. Oh, hold on. King Mom 9 says, "Today I fucked up by almost getting caught having gay sex with my friend. Can't believe the good old hummus story worked on my dad." Lady for real just fell for the old hummus trick. Sounds like a bad sitcom trope. I mean, my wife has never questioned me when I go to my bi-weekly hummus party. Hopefully it's not one of those guys that's like, "Oh, can we go on like one of these like no straight vacations?" Hopefully it's not that guy.
Oh gosh,
Oh,
the
crap.
gaycation.
Yeah, the
Oh, no.
gaycation.
The one we talked about on my birthday.
yeah.
Not the kind of happy ending we are used to on Today I Fucked Up, but glad it worked out for you. I told my mom the same hummus story when I had my first bussy too. We never forget our first hummus bussy story.
We need to go on a cracking date.
So you could say that your son is hummus sexual.
Where is
Oh,
it?
they were actually having gay sex, and the hummus was a really, really good cover story. Where the hummus OP was eating had already been incorporated. Oh no, God!
Oh!
Oh wait.
Joey's like, I'm insulted.
What the flying fuck is this?
Why waste good food? That's what I always ask people when you have sex. Why do you incorporate food into it? That's just a
Sometimes
waste.
it's for
It's like
Oh no,
somebody-
like this.
somebody-
that's just a
somebody-
joke someone made.
So, but
about
no, there are people that actually do this. Like they'll use like whipped cream and chocolate and all that. Like somebody manufactured that. Somebody put that in a box, and now you're gonna use it to put it on like skin that has probably not even been like cleaned in a bit. So
Then we know Joey's not the type that likes edible lingerie.
no, I'm surprised that that's even a thing.
Now I'm getting hungry.
I also somebody said I also make moaning sounds when eating hummus. It wasn't moaning; it was more like when you eat something really good, and go mmm.
Mm.
I just read this. Just Equipment 4048 said, "I just read this to my friend who is gay, and he just said, oh, honey, if they're having a hummus date, he's still probably gay." So Reddit, we're calling a gay sex a hummus party from now on, right? So he
Yeah.
successfully covered up his gay sex using the old hummus trick. Okay, so she might have gotten played from what people are saying, but we won't know for sure until the sequel.
Well,
No.
All right, let me read the sequel before I actually read 3 and 4. Today I fucked up by thinking my son was eating hummus when he was actually having gay sex. So they switched the title around.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the majority of you were right. They were having sex. I did think it sounded like it. They ate some hummus first, then put it away. Didn't do anything at the same time, like some of you freaks suggested. And then had sex. My son's boyfriend, I think they're boyfriends, not necessarily, saw the post and couldn't stop laughing. So told my son, thinking it could be about that, told me because he felt a bit guilty about hiding it. Other than that, nothing really exciting happened. We had a long, awkward talk. I told him I don't really endorse him having sex, but he should really use a condom. Now into the more important thing, hummus. Oh, yeah, because the gay sex thing, that's not important. Your son might have had an STT, but no, let's get into hummus.
Well,
I really
that's a
like
good
hummus
start.
now.
Well, that's a story to tell for the ages. I thought I caught my son having gay sex, but it turns out, nope, they were actually eating hummus. It makes it sound like they're watching a food porn.
But then it ended up
This
actually being,
time.
but it was actually true, and there was an excuse the entire time.
Yep. Like, surprise, motherfucker, it's the real deal now.
He's like, I really like hummus now. I've never had it before because it just looked kind of disgusting, which is yellow and sludgy.
Ew.
But I've learned appearances can be deceiving. It was homemade, so I'm gonna have to ask for the recipe so I can make some more. I finished all of it. Also, what are some other good things to dip it in? I've tried the obvious things: carrots, cucumbers, breads, and any suggestions would be appreciated. A lot of people have recommended baba ganoush as well. Is that similar or better than hummus?
You
Oh, I don't
mentioned
know.
the story you're telling it to your friends. How you discover how you love hummus.
Or that'd be something that you could tell for like a wedding reception or something.
Honey, let me tell you the story how I found out my son was gay. And it all started with a bowl of hummus.
Well, yeah, that would be a great story to tell at the wedding reception. Like, my son is gay, and I found out, and she's doing it while she's eating hummus at the same time. Like, and the son is just burying his face like Captain Picard. Like, why did I introduce her to hummus? She's like Chocolate Boy from Hey Arnold. We've been starting to call her Hummus Girl.
Mom, you're addicted to hummus. Why? Why?
What have I
have to tell
done?
you hummus?
I had a metaphorical sword fight, and the sword fight ended up killing my mother, although metaphorically, because now she has gotten so thin from the hummus that she has no muscles anymore, and she's like swore off eating meat. She's now complete vegan, and she goes into this entire she goes into like these spiritual yoga sessions, and then they have parties where there's all these bubbles that float around, and everybody just
And
gives
now
each
she's
other
praying to
hugs without
crystals
consent.
and some guy named Baba Baloo.
Baba Baloo? So wait, are you telling me Baloo the bear from Jungle Book has now started a yoga meditation service?
Yes.
The bare necessities, and now it's time to stretch it ease. Forget about your oh god, I fucked it up. Anyway.
Don't forget about your stutter and your life.
No, nobody's had a stutter. I was gonna say forget about your. I was gonna say like forget about your. Oh, I can't even say it now. I had it on the tip of my tongue. Damn it. But no. God, I mean that's such a fucked up thing. All right, let's go on to number 3. Let's see out of this. Okay, what the fuck? What is BOR?
Best of Reddit updates.
Best of Reddit
updates. Okay, I hit a power line with an arrow by mistake today. What is this? A JoJo character? Is this really Is this really the story of Superfly?
Somebody saying it's gone rogue.
This is literally the part 4 JoJo stand where it's a power station. The entire stand is a power station, and the stand user just lives in it and can't leave until somebody else enters. All right. Well, there's obviously an original and an update. So this was in March. So literally about a few weeks ago. All right. Let's see what he says. I hit a power line with an arrow. Oh, okay. So it's just the picture of it. Wait a minute. This power line is like literally over houses. And the arrow, like, did he shoot up?
Really?
Wait, show it.
Okay, hold on. I almost invited the stand user.
We don't need the stand in here, Joe.
I know. Like, how do you get that up there?
Nothing but hello.
Oh, I can't even.
It's damn. It's a huge picture.
Sorry. I'm just looking at certain things.
Damn.
I can't even zoom in on the arrow itself.
It looks like a skyline.
Look, Ma, I almost killed the neighborhood.
I nearly destroyed all the power in this entire county because I had to get my archery degree.
Well, the Boy Scouts ain't taking you this time.
Wait, this is labeled not safe for work? What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Oh, now he's showing the inside of the arrow. Okay. I have nothing to say about that. Literally nothing.
Oh, I don't know why. It's the piece of
just-
the wire.
Yeah, it's just the pictures. There's no like explanation
like-
or anything.
Oh, come on. It's not like the arrow looks like a giant penis.
Whoa!
At least I
Hold
didn't
on,
say
there's the caption. Okay, first of all, for all the Americans who kept saying, "Herger, it's actually a communication cable." Fuck you. Not everyone here lives in the U.S. It was a 230V power cable. The power company came today to repair the damage. It turns out that the cable is very old anyway, and it was falling apart, so they would have had to change it regardless. They even let me keep the piece I hit as well as the arrow. They also told me that there won't be any changes as we all do dumb shit sometimes, and that they'll just file it as routine maintenance, so I won't have to pay.
Well, lucky you.
Well, I mean, they ain't wrong when they say we do dumb shit.
Then there's just a bunch of pictures now.
What is up with the dogs tonight?
Yeah.
They're not like they're the foolishness of people. They're like bork.
Had the arrow hit a
Oh, my
few
dogs are
millimeters to
because
the right.
I think the family's kind of out for a bit because they got like they howl like mad when they're gone. And it's the neighbor. This one's the neighbor's dogs. They're going
Yeah,
bonkers
this-
too.
Oh, hold on.
Okay, this fourth one. What the heck of a title is this?
What?
Am I the asshole for eating too many cucumbers?
Eating
Why would
fine.
people
But if you
why
go
would
the other
you-
way, I'm kind of concerned.
Why would people consider you an asshole for eating too many cucumbers? Like, oh,
Maybe
that
they're addicted to
asshole.
cucumbers and
that
ate the whole fucking thing, or
Like that
A
asshole. You
cucumber-holic.
see that asshole over there? Because he's eating too many cucumbers. Asshole.
Well, yeah, you could put a cucumber there too.
Oh my god! Not like that! We're swooning with the arrows, going in between power lines sexually, and now we have cucumbers sexually. I have a feeling that there's some sexual frustration going on, and that we probably need to get people to Vegas so they can have legal sex at this point.
No, just give me to Arkansas. I can get it there.
Oh yeah, we won't do dating sim tonight because we don't want Joey to be all like, "Oh my god, what is this beast man doing to this woman?" No, now I gotta hear arrows fucking people and now cucumbers fucking people. That's what I gotta hear tonight.
Joey brain breaks again.
Oh, fuck you, PETA.
All right, let's read this thing. I'm gonna read the original post. There's an original, and then there's two updates.
Just don't tell the pickle man.
Yeah. Oh god, let's not talk about that, please.
He's free. He's going up somebody's butt.
Look, it's bad enough with TJ Kirk with the banana, okay? It's bad enough that I had to talk to people about that in the previous show. This one, I don't need to be hearing about this shit.
Under the sea.
What the fuck? Why are we bringing unrelated Disney songs into this?
Because I'm trying not to laugh because Mooney's laughing. I'm trying to think of something that won't make me laugh.
Yeah, because you know what's down there? Sea
Sad
cucumbers.
puppy commercial. Sad puppy commercial.
Tentacles are under the seat.
All right.
I mean, there are a thing called sea cucumbers, though.
I know, that's what I was saying. That's why I was saying, like, why are you talking about under the sea? Because there's fucking sea cucumbers.
Well, at least mermaids can't
The
fuck
opening
themselves
scene
with
to
it.
Up.
All right, let me read this. This is perhaps the most bizarre "Am I the asshole?" post I have ever written, but I'm honestly so confused. Like, I feel like I can't possibly be the asshole. But then sometimes people are too ignorant to see their own flaws, so maybe I really am. For as long as I can remember, I've had this quirk, I guess you could call that. I never snack on anything other than cucumbers. I shouldn't say never technically, since socially I'll get ice cream or eat a few chips at a party. I'm not a picky eater by any means, but my snack of choice has always been cucumbers. I eat pretty healthy anyways, so a lot of fruits and veggies are a part of my diet. Since veggies are lower in calories, I eat a lot of them to eat enough. So I'll usually have some sliced cucumber in my purse that I munch on throughout the day, and I'll always have a cucumber in my car that I just eat whole when I'm driving. What the fuck?
It's like kind of cute though.
I was about to say, do you carry a knife around to cut those cucumbers too?
Hey, you see, this is basically what I said. It's basically a woman that's addicted to cucumbers.
Yeah. Let's say that movie.
I go through several cucumbers daily. Although it's not healthy, I've had days where I felt really depressed and overwhelmed and have binge eating nothing but cucumbers. I think I've eaten perhaps 35 on very extreme days. Oh my God.
Damn.
I only
In
had
moderation.
Like-
Moderation. Like
Regular
eating
size
too many
or like mini?
it doesn't matter. Eating that many is still not good for you. Like
I know,
even
just
vegetable like even
Difference
vegetables
between
can
paper
be
cut
bad.
and oh no, my arm's cut off.
But it's the same deal though. If you eat too many of a
Yeah, I know.
vegetable, it still can be pretty bad.
Basically, like eating too much of a good thing.
Recently, this quirk has begun to drive my 22 female best friend. I almost read that as boyfriend. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, you're okay. So she's 22 and he's 33. Okay, he's like he's dating a child.
Red flag.
Of 6 months, wild. His words, not mine. He says it's highly inappropriate to carry them everywhere with me. Well, how else is she going to do it? We spent last weekend at his parents' lake house, and I provided my own cucumber to snack on. Well, at least she's bringing her own snacks. One night before bed, I was in my room gnawing on a cucumber like a savage when his mother walked in. Oh, no. I already know where this is going. Under normal circumstances, I never would eat that around others. I'd slice it up. She was puzzled, but chuckled and said, "Ma, you do like cucumber." My boyfriend later told me that I humiliated him with my childish and immature eating habits.
I mean, come on, he's older than her by like 11 years.
Yeah. I told him that his mom caught me in a low moment. He was being ridiculous since he eats a bag of chips every day and I don't bat an eye. And chips are are less healthy than the cucumbers. He told me that chips were a normal snack and whole cucumbers were deranged. What the heck? Cucumbers are more healthy than chips. Oh no, it's like no. You see ever cucumbers get advertised on television? No, that means, but the chips do. That means it's a normal snack. Cucumbers, no.
Has this guy not heard? I mean, I know this is technically a cucumber, but like in vinegar, but like, has this guy not heard about snack and pickles? Like
Nope.
individual pickles and like
Hell, there's
little
even
zip
fucking
things.
veggie chips now.
Like, listen, if it's not advertised on television the way McDonald's is, it's not normal in their eyes. The only way something would be normal is if it's advertised heavily.
Let's
What
get
the fuck did I step into?
We're talking about how her boyfriend eats a bag of fucking chips every day, and he thinks it's crazy that she eats 30 cucumbers a day.
He told me I needed to stop eating cucumbers and that my behavior was becoming a deal breaker for him. Oh, fuck you, dude. I feel bothered, but I think cucumbers are a weird hill to die on, and I don't want to lose my relationship. So am I the asshole?
You need to find another boyfriend.
Yeah. Edit. I just like to add that my boyfriend has never expressed any issue with my cucumber habits before mommy ran into the room and actually saw me doing it. Now mommy's not impressed. The incident in question was because around 8 p.m. I was getting really hungry, and I don't know his family super well, so I didn't want to go rummaging and ask for a snack, and I didn't want to bother them by asking for a cutting board or something to cut up my cucumber because of mild social anxiety. So
Hell, I even bring my own snacks when I go stay at friend.
So I shut myself in the guest room and figured I'd just snack on a cucumber quick. I don't usually go hide and eat cucumbers. But then his mom walked in looking for my boyfriend, presumably. I was surprised, but seemed amused and not upset. Honestly, I didn't think it turned into such a big deal for him. No, it's a big deal for him because, like, oh, now I feel embarrassed because mommy came in and now she's talking about the fact that you eat cucumbers. And, like, this is going to make me look bad in the eyes of my mother.
Maybe it's because it's the only fruit out there, because I keep forgetting it's not a vegetable, that it's a phallic shape.
But like banana.
That too.
You know, what is this whole thing here with the mom? It reminds me of, like, you know that show on TLC called I Love a Mama's Boy?
Yeah.
That's what this feels like.
Fuck you. You're going to replace me with that fucking cucumber one day.
I mean, hey, most women do replace guys with, like, sexual toys because they're more satisfying than the guy is.
I admit, I get a better orgasm without a guy.
See, the positive proof right there. We got witness testimony from Circus.
Plus, I've got some stash though too.
Well,
yeah, and we got confirmation from Mooney too. We have two different sources from women
I
that have
never
said
get an orgasm from a guy, even though I date men and women and other people. It's just that I'm better off giving myself an orgasm because I know how to give myself an orgasm.
See, if you want to, if men want to get orgasms, they need to talk to, like, the actual sex workers in order to, like, get some, like, advice and stuff.
What about a therapist, sex therapist?
Well, they focus more on insecurities. A sex therapist doesn't go out and actually give them, like, okay, here are the step-by-step instructions.
I think my problem is the man wants to focus on his needs than mine.
Yeah, usually you run into that a lot because they want to live that porn star life. They see the videos and they're like, wow, they just get everything. And it's like,
and just practically pretty much crash out.
Yeah,
man, if you want to get a woman off, fucking play with the clit a lot. Fucking Christ, I'm gonna say.
I mean, hey, that is legitimate advice. I mean, I wouldn't
Don't go in and just fuck her and expect her to have an orgasm off the bat. No, you got to play with the clit. Like, we have to fucking suck your dick and play with the balls a bit to get you off.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, what was it? One porn star in a documentary once said, when I do a scene, it's literally it's the equivalent of me sticking my finger up my nose. That's what it feels like.
Because I'm tired of fucking men thinking that all women are like porn stars. No, we're not. You have to get a woman off in order to be her satisfied.
Yeah.
Hi, Chester. He just woke up from his nap.
Hey, Chester.
And
well, here's some of the comments.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
So, not the asshole. Dump your boyfriend and enjoy your cucumbers. Not the asshole. You being 22 and him being 33 was enough for me to be on guard, and the rest of the story confirms it. It's rich that he called you childish when he's dating a child.
Exactly.
Not the asshole. Is it weird? Yes. Is it humiliating? No. I'm interested in this idea that children snacked on cucumbers until they mature. I have to say, it's not something I've ever encountered.
I mean, at least he has better eating habits than him. I
Yes,
will start
technically
on-
cucumbers are healthier than chips, but at the same time, like eating that many is actually still unhealthy in a way because even
Well, at least
even
she
fruits and
says-
vegetables in moderation. Because there are
Again.
certain fruit, and I don't know much about cucumbers, but I don't eat because I don't eat them. But some fruits are very high in sugar, and sometimes like it just activates.
I swear
that's
there's
why-
someone who like what was the word? Like overdosed on vitamin A because of too many carrots.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
And
they
yeah.
say carrots supposed to be good for eyesight, but holy crap.
yeah, you know,
Oh, right.
yeah, but it won't give you the eyesight of an ant. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Oh, that was invented to cover
Oh,
up
cool.
what the fuck was it? The sonar system or whatever it was during
Yeah, so you gotta
Um,
get off, Mom. I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay.
all right.
Hey, cucumber connoisseur. Are we talking about slicing cukes, Kirby's, gherkins, English kooks? There's a big difference between eating 35 gherkins and 35 English cucumbers. Oh my god.
Wait,
We
they
have
call them
like
Kirby's? Pollo!
we got cucumber enthusiasts in the chat. Or not in the chat, but in the comments.
Hey, I
Um,
had to make a Hoshino Kirby joke, okay? Leave me alone.
Now your boyfriend is right, and this is weird, but I'm hesitant to call you an asshole because it sounds like disordered eating. If you want to compare them
Again.
to your boyfriend's chips, how's the sentence? I eat 35 bags of chips on extreme days sound to you?
Dude, that's not, again, this sounds like shit from like My Strange Addiction.
Okay, so let's move on to the update. I'll wait till Circus gets back, actually. I don't want her to miss any of that. I'll keep reading some more comments until she gets back.
Okay.
To be honest, it sounds like some kind of eating disorder. Eating 35 cucumbers in a single day is extreme. And I'd say that about any snack. You say you keep them in your purse, in your car, that's an addiction.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like smoking crack.
Your boyfriend is right that this behavior sounds extreme. 35 cucumbers in a day also sounds almost unbelievable, especially if it's the normal size one I'm thinking of. Snacking on whole cucumbers is bound to be awkward when you don't slice them, so I can't blame his mom for being a little unsettled by the sight, nor your boyfriend for being somewhat exacerbated by it. It sounds almost like cucumbers have become some sort of coping mechanism for you and could be there some compulsive behavior involved. Well, let's not diagnose this person, okay?
Come on, this ain't the place for
not be-
that.
Let's not be armchair psychiatrists here.
Welcome to Reddit.
Obviously, your
that'd
boyfriend
be a
should
weird little
dictate
subreddit.
whether you eat cucumbers or not.
R/ internet psychiatrist.
I'm back.
right.
Hold
Let's
on,
move
there's
to
this
the update then.
before that, hold on. Okay, so Crazy Cat Diva says, my 14-year-old will eat a whole iceberg lettuce like it's an apple. She has strange little flower, but her lettuce eating weirdness is just one of her more delightful eccentricities. She's added peppers to the mix now. Only whole ones, preferably orange or red. She'll eat a yellow, but never a green. My kids are the weird ones who will ask for a carrot in the supermarket instead of chocolate. I don't claim any credit for raising them like that. They're just freaks.
Think about, oh God, I've got trauma when it comes to peppers, guys. I don't think have I told this story before? My pepper story?
No.
Okay, my pepper story is when I was a little girl in California, I was friends with my next door neighbor was Asian American, and he had, we always talked like there was like a brick fence, you see? Then we would talk over the fence, and he offered me a pepper. I ate one, and oh my God, I was in so much pain.
You poor girl.
That was
Yeah.
the third chicken in.
Oh wait, no,
Huh?
I got a story.
Oh, after that, never again. And that's why I have a strong hatred towards like those kind of peppers, bell peppers. But the only pepper I will eat though is like this little from the spice rack, those white peppers for like when you make like egg salad sandwiches.
All right, hold on. Before you do the update, I'm sorry, got to do this. Okay, so it was like almost 20 years ago now.
Oh.
It was 2001. Went to a nice restaurant with a family. My brother was given something and told, "Oh, hey, eat this. It's an apple." It wasn't. It was a pepper. Took a bite and then he got sick.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah, people are just looking at my dad like he's the biggest a-hole for that.
But again, he sounds like a fucking asshole for tricking us to thinking it's an apple when it's really a pepper.
It was a red hot chili pepper.
It was like a little red pepper. It wasn't like that kind. But
Don't let that pepper near the electric sockets.
Yeah, no. Or if you can, just get rubber tires.
Dude, I don't know what is this obsession with like the hot culture with the peppers and shit.
Content. They're content goblins. Content goblins.
Hey,
They want it for the views. They want attention. And they feel
Hey,
like they
there's
can't
even
get it
people-
without doing something spicy.
hell, there was once a channel called Hot Pepper Gaming where they ate like a good amount of the spicy peppers while they review video games.
You're talking to someone who watches the hot ones. Now that's fucked up.
Oh yeah, the hot ones too.
I used to be subscribed to this YouTube channel. They were these twins, and they would react to like old school music. So one day, they got a group of friends together, and they decided to do like the hot pepper or the one chip challenge. But they went even further. They did 2 chips each.
Damn.
Do they want to
Damn.
die?
Well, they had no idea what they were getting themselves into. They were like, these were like kids. And all of a sudden, and they had like ice cream prepared and everything. So they both ate 2 chips. All of a sudden in the background, I hear, ah! Like screaming into the camera. And at the end of the video, they put a disclaimer like, guys, this is not funny. Chip challenge sucks. We will never do this again. We almost went to the hospital and everything. Like literally a kid was like, oh, I feel like I'm getting a heart attack or something.
someone did die from the chip thing.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to be eating that high of a spice. There's people that into ghost peppers and stuff. Like you're not supposed to be eating something that hot without having something like very next to you. Anyway, getting back to the cucumbers. Here's an update, the first update. I didn't expect my first post to get any attention, so I'd like to thank you all for taking the time to read it and give it your judgment. You're welcome. To those of you who expressed concern for my cucumber addiction / that I have an eating disorder, I can assure you that I am perfectly healthy. I wouldn't consider myself addicted, nor do I have an eating disorder at all. I just really enjoy my cucumbers. I can go days without eating them. I don't need my cucumber fix. It's just if I'm going to snack, I prefer to eat a kook. I would consider the amount I snack on cucumbers proportional to the amount my boyfriend, boyfriend, or any normal person would snack on chips or other junk food. I just occasionally eat more since they're so low in calories. Additionally, I have had a few cucumber binges. I am well aware that those are not healthy, just like binging on junk food isn't healthy, but that's extremely uncommon for me. And for the most part, I eat a well-balanced, healthy diet. However, I will talk to my doctor about it to ensure that it is not worrying. As for my boyfriend, we ended up calling it quits. I was pretty hurt at first, but I think perhaps his huge reaction to cucumbers was indeed a red flag for controlling behavior. Yeah, considering he's 33 and you were 22 at the time. I think that he was trying to call my bluff, expecting me to give up my cukes for him. It's either me or the cucumbers. Which
Fuck
one?
you, I'm taking the cucumbers.
Yes. Here's a tip. Never give an ultimatum to somebody. They're never going to pick you in the ultimatum. Never. If I said it's either going to be Circus or Mooney in that particular instance, Sylph is just going to be like, I'm not picking either of you. So that's the situation.
This will pick Elliot.
Yeah, but I'm saying if it was an ultimatum between 2 people, they would be like, I'm out. But so the breakup took him a bit by surprise too. How it went down and what I told him, we needed to have a chat. I told him that it was unacceptable to tell me what I was allowed to eat. I added that if listening to me chow down on cucumbers was what bothered him, as some of you in the comments noted, I would avoid eating them when he was around. Apparently, the very idea of me eating so many cucumbers was driving him wild, not the noise. Now, what would have been funny is if she said, you know what I really put with these cucumbers? Hummus. I just dip the cucumber in the hummus, and man, is it good. And then wild things about gay sex would have popped in his head. And it was like, ah!
And now we found the origin story.
Yep.
I decided to try and compromise. He's a pretty heavy drinker and will get drunk. Oh, no, the drunken boyfriend.
Bro.
I know that it's very bad for his health, and I've expressed that concern in the past. Oh, I'm sure that this guy has probably drank 35 beers one night. And I'm surprised. And it's like, no, that's perfectly normal because beer is advertised on TV. It's a normal thing to consume, not like cucumbers. When was the last time you seen a cucumber commercial or
Well,
cucumber
beer is full
mascot?
of gluten, you asshole.
Yes, it does. But they don't say that in the commercials. What they'll do is they'll put hot women that men want to have sex with. It was one of the reasons why they got Pamela Anderson in the beginning. Like people don't realize she was a Budweiser actress. I think it was Budweiser. Anyway, I told him that I'd give up cucumbers if he gave up alcohol. He declined my offer, threw out a few uncreative insults and expletives, and I'm now writing this from my mom's couch with a cucumber in my hand. Fuck you, dude. I got the cucumber as I'm writing this. And a cucumber in my heart. Okay, I hope that's not literal. I'm still unclear on why the cucumbers were such an issue. Why I can never eat them again. Why me suggesting he give up alcohol was such a big deal. Among other things, but I guess I'll never know now. Edit 1. Oh my God, thank you so much for the awards. I'm so honored, and I'm really glad to know those are hugs. I always thought they were judgmental Ewoks. Edit 2. I seem to have forgotten to add this as it was a common question on the original post, and I'm seeing it in the comments now. No, I did not eat 35 of those mammoth cucumbers. I have it odd, but I'm not completely wild. I think on my last cucumber binge, which happened super rarely, and it was quite a while ago, I had maybe 3 or 4 big ones, and the rest were the mini cukes. Okay, so if it's like, I do buy a lot of them at the grocery store, but I have a cucumber dealer who hooks me up with huge batches. And for those of you upset at my use of the word cuke, here you go. May your lives be enriched. Edit 3. Just for some added clarification, who thinks my boyfriend is completely justified in his cucumber hate and that I'm a lunatic, I agree, sort of. If he had been bothered by the chewing or concerned about my health, I was ready to talk about it and work something out. I didn't enter into the discussion for a fight or with the intention of breaking up. His attempted grasp for control over my food wasn't even the reason why I broke up with him. But when he started shouting at me and called me a B slur, which he had never done before, I decided to end things.
Wow.
And all this because he just doesn't like the fact that his child girlfriend was eating cucumbers.
Maybe he's fucking jealous of the cucumbers because they're bigger than his pepper.
I mean, there could be some psychological aspects to it that we don't know about.
I'm agreeing with Circus on that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get to the second update here. I like cucumbers a lot. Oh, wait, this is a... Okay. They're my absolutely favorite snack food, and I always try to keep them on hand. I've had a few awkward cucumber. Oh, by the way, this is today I fucked up by filling my pockets with cucumbers.
Hey, the person in that previous post should get together with this person.
No, it's the same person.
Oh.
I've had a few awkward cucumber-related incidents in the past. Cucumbers falling out of my purse, my ex-boyfriend opening my fridge only for those notable cutes to spring forth and attack him, the same ex-boyfriend banning me from my snack of choice. The list goes on and on.
Attack on cucumbers.
Yeah, there we go. Night of the Living Cucumber.
Hey, that could be a really funny-ass horror movie.
The Texas Cucumber Massacre.
Just don't tell Gorda.
Although this particular horror happened about 3 years ago, I think I finally dealt with the trauma enough to recount this nightmare. I think most of us agree that the TSA came straight from the depths of hell. That's the airport security. There are very few things in life that fill me with rage, but those that do often happen have meddled with my cucumbers. Usually as a petite blonde woman who is often mistaken for a child, profiling is on my side and I could breeze through security checkpoints with no issue. However, Luck apparently runs out when one's pockets are laden with cucumbers. Who would fill their pockets with cukes right before heading to the airport, one may ask. Clearly, only a cucumber fanatic with very poor judgment and not enough time to cut them up for a lovely spring salad. Standing in the line always makes me nervous, so as I'm worried that I'll annoy the person behind me by taking too long. This is true for security checkpoints since you need to remove electronics, liquid, shoes, and place them all in separate bins before getting scanned. On this day, I had 2 bags to manage: my laptop, camera, phone, iPad, liquids, and a whole bunch of mini cucumbers to handle. At the time, I was wearing sweatpants in which I had about 3 to 4 cukes stuffed in each pocket. Although I had planned on transferring them into my bag before even entering the airport, my nervousness must have caused it to slip my mind. Even while standing in line at the TSA, I had completely forgotten about those little green babies I harbored in my pockets. As I stepped through the scanner, no alarms went off, so I figured I was in the clear. I was wrong. A very tall, terrifying woman approached me. She pulled me aside. I had been randomly selected for the first time in my 19 years. Suddenly, I remembered the kooks. I looked down and noticed the faint bulge of my pockets. My mouth ran dry. I wanted to say something, to confess, but I was frozen in place. The words wouldn't come out. The woman began her pat down over my arms, down my abdomen, down my leg. She stopped. I knew I was done for when she asked me if I had anything in my pockets. Upon my affirmation, she asked me to remove the items. Very slowly, I removed cucumber after cucumber and placed them into her outstretched hands. Her face remained like a stone-cold statue. She claimed that cucumbers were included with liquids and would need to be placed in a half-gallon Ziploc bag with other liquids in the future.
What the fuck?
She did not return my cucumbers, but rather I watched in horror as she deposited them in the trash. No! What's this cucumber doing here? It should be cremated. I know you didn't like them, but it means so much that you came. My tiny cucumber children ripped away from me. Cucumbers a liquid? What nonsense. I was released from TSA custody and I walked away with a heavy, cuteless heart. So to anyone who happens upon this, take heed and don't leave your vegetables, really fruit, on your person while in the Chicago O'Hare Airport. You will be robbed of them.
Prominent dumpster cucumbers, dude.
The first chat does. Oh my God, are you that woman who ate 35 cucumbers a day, binge eat cucumbers when stressed and posted on relationship advice about her boyfriend breaking about her addiction for cucumbers? Next one. I love a cucumbers next to the next person, but they're just like in your pocket with the lint and dust from whatever else you put in there with like your phone germs. I could never. But to each their own, to be honest. Sorry they got thrown away. That really sucks. Thanks for sharing.
She probably cleans them before she eats them.
Yeah.
I love this story almost as much as I love cucumbers. You should party up with the Am I the Asshole girl and her cucumbers. And the OP says, it is I, that very girl. And that person says, oh, damn. So it's still a one-person cucumber party. And here I was thinking this is the newest Reddit trend.
Oh, hey. Cucumber show, wow.
Next class, it says, lady, we need to adopt you into our family. The running joke on my dad's side is that our family crest would be a cucumber crossed with an Abergini because we consume a ton of them on the...
Or an eggplant.
Yeah. Because we consume a ton of them on the regular. No joke. 5 kilos of cucumbers won't last 3 days in my family household of 4. There are cucumbers in our cars, cucumbers in the nightstands, and cucumbers in our bags. I remember we were going on a hike once, and my baby sister came out of the house with 15 cucumbers tucked into her belt like an overarmed toddler with too many grenades. Mind you, she was 19 and driving. I have successfully brought cucumbers on planes, and let me tell you, it is amazing to crunch on them looking out of the window 30,000 feet up. Wow. The cucumber lady is back. Everybody's saying. And yeah, that's really it on the cucumber story.
I can kind of understand her because sometimes I like to eat pickles like they're potato chips.
Hey, everybody has that comfort food.
Oh, I think that's also part, like, sometimes certain, like, foods you really want to eat, it's like, because you need a nutrient that they have.
And you're just obsessed over it because you're
Or
like,
you need a nutrient. Yeah.
And one time I craved freaking blood, and that was weird for me.
confirmed vampire.
Mm-hmm. Blah, blah, blah.
All right, well, Sylph has got another one here.
Oh, wait, no,
So-
those. We got caught up. I gotta find more.
Oh no, we got this one.
Oh, okay, the other one. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, today I fucked up by accidentally sending my teacher the wrong file, and now he thinks I need therapy. So this literally just happened, and I want to disappear. We had to submit this big essay for English, and I was running late because I procrastinate everything. Yeah, ADHD. Anyway, I finished it at like 11:57 p.m. and rushed to upload it before the midnight deadline. Except instead of my essay, I accidentally submitted my vent doc.
Oh shit.
For context, I have this Google Doc where I just brain dump all my intrusive thoughts, random existential crises, and just straight up unhinged late night rambles. Ah, so a journal. You just basically uploaded your journal to your professor. It's not even sad. It's just feral. Things like, why did giraffes have such long necks? Like, what's the reason? If I eat
I
a
need to
whole
read
block
this
of
person's
cheese,
thoughts.
if I eat a whole block of cheese, will I die?
Whoa.
Math teacher is a lizard person.
Some shower
I'm over here
thoughts.
laughing into my cat's back. He's like, what the fuck?
This feels like some
Bro, do
person's shower
ants have
thoughts.
emotions? And would I survive a zombie apocalypse if I just pretended to be a zombie? You get the idea. So my English teacher, who is like the most serious man alive, emails me the next morning like, hi, I think you may have uploaded the wrong file. Are you doing okay? And I had to email him back and say, haha, yeah, my bad, wrong file, LOL. But now he 100% thinks I'm losing my mind. I couldn't even look him in the eye today. I might just drop out.
The Diary of
Comment.
Madden Revelings.
The shower thoughts of a rambling madman.
Comment says he's an English teacher. Depending on the contents, just pass it off as ideas to explore for research on writing a book. Writers come up with wild shit all the time.
Yeah, they do. Especially if they smoke a lot of like marijuana for the marijuana bunnies.
Okay, today I fucked up by bruising a rib picking up a box of donuts.
What?
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, did you bust a rib over there, Sylph? Sylph has officially busted a rib just by hearing that title.
Oh no, I accidentally read a different day I effed up and it was like, oh hey, I ate a whole jar of biscotti spread and almost shat myself.
Man, some of these titles on the today I fucked up page is so funny.
Dude, I just got a message from my ex-boyfriend. Oh
Fuck.
god, it's gonna be hell.
Is he asking
no.
you about cucumbers?
No. But if my fucking current boyfriend finds out, he's gonna be pissed.
What, did you eat cucumbers?
Now that my ex-boyfriend messaged me.
Oh. About cucumbers?
Stop trolling me.
Because we know it's official. Boyfriends hate cucumbers.
I thought some didn't like pickles.
Oh, let's not talk about the guy who eats pickles.
I would need like 1,000 pickles.
All right. Let's get back to the rib roasting donuts thing. This story is as bad as the title sounds. I was at a coworker's birthday today. I decided to splurge and go for the best donuts in town. I got 2 boxes of expensive donuts. 1 box for the coworker and 1 box to go home with me. I put my box of donuts on the passenger side floor so that I wouldn't accidentally take it into the office for the birthday party. Everything goes fine for the party. I get home. It is slip on ice cold out, so I have a large and heavy winter coat on. This coat has pockets in the chest area. Just so happens that I keep dog bags, chapstick, and tissues in the right front pocket. Why? Because my dog is always with me, and the big guy poops a lot.
Of course.
I also mentioned that it's cold out, right? My sinuses do not like the cold, and my nose will run like Niagara Falls. The cold wind chaps my lips. In general, winter sucks.
You tell me about it.
I reach over my
there goes my
console to
cream.
I reach over my console to grab the box off the floor. In doing so, my chest connects with the console, and I can feel the chapstick and roll of dog bags connect forcibly against my ribs. A stab of sharp pain later, I'm sitting up trying not to wail like a toddler. Having never hurt my ribs before, I can tell you it is horrible. You can't laugh, cry, or even breathe deeply without stabbing pain. A few minutes later, I'm able to breathe somewhat regularly, although I'm kicking myself mentally. All the times I've leaped over my console to pick something up off the floor, I've never done something like this. I've always had these items in my pocket. Nothing feels broken or dislocated. A freaking box of donuts caused me to bruise my ribs. All I wanted was some sugary goodness, and instead, I'm going to be in achy pain for the next few days.
Yeah, every time he sees that donut box, they're going to be like, damn you, donuts!
Like old man yells at clouds.
What a great way to have a bad story now to tell everyone on Reddit. In case you can't tell, that was sarcasm. Yes, I was able to get the box of donuts out. I proceeded to eat 2 donuts as I cursed the box for being so good and so bad at the same time.
Told
Did I
you.
learn a lesson here? No. I love those expensive cakey goodness. I also will
Wait, did
probably
they say
keep
the
them-
brand?
Nope.
No?
Probably
They're
a mom and
Krispy
pop
Kremes.
store. I will possibly keep keeping things on the floor in my car. Maybe I'll just sit this weekend and eat donuts thinking about how much I would like to be at the beach. I probably would have bruised a rib at the beach picking up a box of donuts. Then again, who knows?
What is this person? SpongeBob? 'Cause I can see SpongeBob breaking something because of a box of donuts.
Probably doesn't get out. Probably doesn't do a lot of fitness.
Like Larry.
Which layer are we talking about?
Larry the
The
Crab.
lobster. Larry the
Okay,
lobster.
I was thinking of
Lobster,
Larry
crab,
Butts,
whatever.
He's a lobster.
Well, excuse
I know he
me,
is.
how long it's been since I watched SpongeBob? We're not on the secret box today.
Yeah, that's pretty much everything that Stealth found. I was like, my God. So, what did we get? We got Cucumber Girl.
There's one last one if you want to do the cat thing that I found.
Yep. We'll end it with the main event.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this? Just waiting to see what the cats do in this instance. I have no clue.
It's the last one. Today I effed up by letting my cat gas.
Okay.
I
I see that.
thinking I was losing my mind.
It does. So I live alone. Let's see. Hold on. Today I fucked up by letting my cat gaslight me into thinking I was losing my mind.
Cats are
Normal
good at
cat
that.
behavior.
So I live alone, and I'm reasonably sure my apartment isn't haunted. But today my cat decided to test my grip on reality. This morning, I made a sandwich. I put the bread on the counter, turned around to grab the peanut butter, and when I turned back, the bread was gone. Vanished. No crumbs, no evidence, just gone. I stood there, questioning every life decision that led to this moment. Did I ever actually take the bread out? Had I imagined it? Was I, in fact, the bread?
Isn't there a game where like you play as a slice of bread?
Yes,
I am-
I am bread. Let me look it up real quick. I'm pretty sure it's I am bread.
Then I heard it, a tiny, smug little thump. I looked over, and there was my cat, Mr. Pickles, sitting in the middle of the living room floor on top of my slice of bread, just sitting there like it was a normal thing to do. Like he hadn't just gaslit me into thinking I needed a brain scan. He made direct eye contact, held it. Then, ever so slowly, he started kneading the bread. Sir,
Aw.
that is my sandwich. What are we doing here? I took it back. Don't judge me. I'm broke. Made my sandwich and went about my day. Fast forward to lunch. I grab a plate, sit down to eat, and my sandwich is missing. Guess who's on the table? Sitting on my sandwich like it's his throne. Mr. Pickles.
I mean, hey, Mr. Pickles sandwich.
Did somebody say cucumbers? We just got to put them in brine. Guess who now has a cat-shaped imprint on their peanut butter and jelly?
Ooh.
Me. I am being dominated in my own home by an 8-pound furball with a superiority complex. Send help, or at least bread.
Please tell me they put a picture of the cat in there.
No,
No.
they didn't.
Oh.
Hold on, I'm gonna check to see if.
Top comment. Mr. Pickles should give you a heads up about kneading the bread. That's the yeast he should do. Next comment. My cat stole a chip from me today. We knew he wanted to steal a chip. We were watching him. We said, do not steal a chip, but he's really fast. Thank you for this story, says one commenter. You have a very funny way with words. This gave me a well-needed chuckle this morning. Well, you call him Mr. Pickles, and then he isn't allowed on a sandwich. I'd be confused, too. Please don't eat food that your cat's paws have been on, no matter how broke you are. Cats use their paws to cover their piss and shit in the kitty litter. It's extremely unhygienic and very dangerous for you to do. Also, try to train your cat to stay off the counter and the table, at least when you're standing right there.
Like, good luck with that.
Yeah. They just do whatever they fucking want.
I'd be happy to send Brent as a reward for writing this story. You ate a slice of bread that your cat not only knocked on the floor, but sat his poop-crusted furry butt on and his feet. Jesus, how much could a slice of bread be, Michael? $10? I feel you, man. My cat was glaring at me as he slowly shoved a stack of envelopes off a shelf onto the floor. I tried to catch it, but it was too late. He just sauntered away, tail in the air, content with his completed task, little bastard. Food with cat butt on it is a very quick way to end up needing a brain scan. A loaf of bread is only a few dollars. Brain worms are a lot more expensive.
Egypt's one saying, clearly a sacrifice must be made. If Mr. Pickles has his own slice, will he continue his thieving ways? Alternatively, toast the sacrifice. When it is needed to dust, he can have his own where did the bread go moment.
Does anybody else's cat play with cough drops like they're toys?
No?
Because my
with
cat
what?
does. Yeah, he likes to play soccer with like cough drops.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Well,
I'm
well,
trying to
since
suck on cough drops during the show, and he wants to play with them.
Well, if you're eating them, then I'm sure that's like there's some type of deal with that.
No, he just thinks they're toys.
There's another comment that says, I've been broke, but I've never been eating cat ass bread broke. This
Dude, I
right
would
here,
not fucking eat a sandwich with my cat's paws and butt in it.
this right here is why we shouldn't steal other people's lunches out of the break room refrigerator. Hashtag food for thought.
Now this is the reason why we should watch our food around our cats. Bastards.
Like, if I have food, I either have to find a way to cover it or just take it with me. Because if it's a cup, he'll knock it over.
Mine just likes to sit on my lap while I'm eating so I can give him something. And I'm like, get off me. He's like, no.
That's like my cat whenever I paint my nails. He always likes to lay on my lap when I'm doing them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, unless we got anything else, I don't really have anything else.
Let's see. Oh, there's a lot on the Today I Fucked Up subreddit.
There's
Oh,
one I
what'd you
wish I could
find?
have suggested, but it's a little bit too not safe. It probably might be too not safe for work, but
Oh, come on. I was doing a dating sim the other day.
okay,
Come
fine.
on.
Just look at the title.
Okay, hold on. Let me read. Today I fucked up by finding my dog eating my
A
dildo.
dildo?
Oh!
I thought we were done. I thought this was it, but no, we found this fucking thing.
No, we discovered
Cucumbers. Okay, so here's the thing: cucumbers, arrows. I'm sensing a pattern here tonight. I think that there's people here that just really need some type of way to get sexually pleasured, just not through
Bill, I
podcasting.
blame
alone.
yourself on this.
Whoa.
Stories.
That was not intentional.
Oh, not intentional.
So-
What about as much as the time when we saw that trailer for that's one of the Jujutsu guys said dating sim stuff?
Okay, in my defense, bear with me here. Just I got nothing.
Someone's watching.
All right, let's read this. I'm a college student. So I save money by staying home with my parents and brother. Wait, do we know the gender and the age of this person?
I'm guessing
I guess not.
College student?
grown adult, because college.
Oh, it's a 19-year-old. It's a 19-year-old person with a boyfriend. I don't want to assume if it's a man or a woman because men have dildos too. I was spending time with my boyfriend after class. We spent about a few hours in my home, and I mistakenly left my bedroom door open and didn't realize because I was with him. I usually always remember to close my door because there has been incidents of my dog going into my room and grabbing odd things.
All right, OP's avatar is a girl.
Okay. Let's see. My dog has ate some of my chocolates. That dog should be dead if he's eating poison.
There's a thing you can give them, like at the vet, like a charcoal thing.
Well, how many people are going to have access to that?
I don't know. You got to bring him to the vet.
He likes to get my shoes, stuffed animals, and rummage in my trash. This time, I left it slightly ajar, and I didn't notice or think it was too big of a deal as I was grabbing something to show my boyfriend real quick. My dog is a bigger dog, and he unfortunately learned a bad trait of possessiveness from another dog he met with. It's difficult to take things away from him without him becoming a bit aggressive. which is a habit we've been trying to get him to unlearn. I don't know how he managed to open my box, but he pulled out the dildo and ate it.
Oh God! How can you explain this to the vet?
But that would be like, God damn it! If it's like you have to take it to the vet, and it shows like it's like that. Remember that one skit from Jackass where?
Mm-hmm.
Did Mooney disappear?
Oh no.
Because she was right in the middle of something and then completely.
No, I'm right here. I
Oh,
was just making a reference to like the first Jackass movie about Ryan Dunn and the toy car X-ray.
That wasn't Ryan Dunn. That was another dude.
No, it was Ryan Dunn.
No, it's another dude.
It's from the first movie.
I'm sure it was another dude.
No,
Hold on,
it was
I'm
Ryan
looking this
Dunn.
up.
Somebody look this up.
Okay, yeah.
God.
Ryan Dunn. Okay, so r//
Yeah, it was Ryan Dunn.
How
Told you.
did Ryan Dunn ever get the toy car out his ass?
Okay, I was wrong. It's been forever since I've seen that damn movie. Just to let you know, I can't watch that shit anymore without getting grossed out, unlike when I was a kid. And no, you're not getting another cough drop to play with, so stop it, cat. They're not toys.
Anyway, it's hot pink, which makes it about 10 times more embarrassing.
Oh God.
What's worse is my brother found him chewing on the toy upstairs and yelled out, "He's eating a dick!"
It'll all be okay. It's all gonna be okay.
I shot up from the couch downstairs. My boyfriend still by my side and immediately ran upstairs and retrieved the dildo from him. I was too embarrassed to even care if he let the aggressiveness come out. I just needed to have the situation over. I think he did absolutely swallow the tip since I can't find the remains, but the rest was just chewed up.
At that point, she'd be hiding under a blanket.
For reference, I'm 19 and my boyfriend knew I had a dildo, so I'm not embarrassed there. I'm more so embarrassed about my brother having to see that, but I understand that sexual pleasure is also normal. I also think my brother is mature enough to understand this and know that I am a growing woman, but the embarrassment will live on at least for a few days. I'm not the best storyteller, but I just want the embarrassment of it to die down.
Dude,
So, like, this is
you tell that story at your wedding.
Yeah, that does sound like a wedding reception story.
Edit. I want to add my boyfriend and I also walked him before this even happened, so I assume he was just knocked out. I love my dog more than anything. This was just unexpected of him to grab.
All right, according to comments, he's a bigger breed, about 130 pounds. He ate a very little amount of this. Someone talking about the chocolate, so it didn't bother him really with a smaller dog, but I know it's still not ideal. This is a large dog.
So this dog was hungry.
Something.
Okay.
What a good
I keep
ending.
saying this is going to be over, but then we find another one that just completely blows my mind.
Well,
I
we
swear.
can do the Sims next week, Joey.
Oh, what's going to happen there? Are we going to get Bubble Dick next? Is Bubble Dick be a thing?
Now, a good thing about the Sims, they blur all the sexual nudity out.
Oh, great. So it's going to be blurred, but we're still going to be seeing it in action. It may not be safe for work, but at least it's going to be implied for.
We can bring back Bubble God. I have bubbles all around his crotch.
No, that one was at least amusing.
Yeah, it was funny.
But this, we just had 3 weeks of constant, like, Beast Man going after vulnerable woman, and now we have all these stories. We got Cucumber Girl, we got dildos being eaten, we've got arrows being shot up into blinds, and then Mooney making arrow dick jokes, and then we get the
Joey.
and then Circus comes in with
Okay,
cucumber
Reddit
dick
broke on my
jokes,
end.
and then dildos.
Dude, you can't give me a story about cucumbers without me joking about dicks. It's not gonna.
Now that's gonna be on a T-shirt.
Yeah, if
It's
we
just
ever
gonna
get around
read,
the
"You
merchandise.
can't talk about cucumbers without talking about dicks."
Oh.
And I think
What?
we should
Hold on a second.
No more.
We're not
No
gonna read
more.
this.
No more.
I'm just gonna say what the title is. Okay, so this is from Name Nerds. Wife wants to name our twins Romeo and Juliet.
Don't they know the story?
Don't I know the story?
They
Maybe they
obviously
put our
don't.
podcast in the past about the redneck version.
Oh, what? So are these like rednecks? And it's like, hey, you know what? We can name our kids after tragic Shakespeare characters. That's what we'll do. It's not like they're ever gonna get married or something, you know.
It's worse naming your kids fucking William and
Hold
Ted.
on.
After
What?
Bill
What? Self? Where's Self going?
I have no.
Sorry, I
clue.
had to mute because it's unexpected guess. All right, so good news is in the update, someone decided to play the 1968 movie version of Romeo and Juliet. So
That's
I've
good.
never
yeah, her and
seen.
the best. I guess it has a sex scene in it.
I thought
Yeah,
that was the
Surprising
90s
for
one.
si-
I thought it was the
surprising
90s one
for
with
a
Romeo
60s
with
movie.
Leonardo
Yeah.
DiCaprio.
Well,
No,
let me just
no,
say
that
about the
one didn't have it.
1968 version. They were both underage when they did that scene.
Oh, that's fucked up.
No, it's
Yeah,
even
I think
worse.
they were like 16 and 17 when they filmed it. That part.
Where the
And
fuck
you
is Chris
got their
Hansen?
ass.
All right, so according to this, wife decided she still wants something Shakespeare/theater related, but let's see, she likes the name Sebastian, and she might, but she's on the fence about Viola. Those are Sebastian. Oh wait, no.
As long as she's not naming the kid.
Sebastian and
Mercutio.
Viola are the characters from She's the Man.
Oh, God.
Oh, which is a retelling of Twelfth Night.
Oh.
Which, by the way, the 1968 version is ranked number 5 of best Shakespeare movies out of 50.
Well, at least she's not naming any characters after 10 Things I Hate About You, which is based on Taming the Shrew.
Yes, and that has Alex Mack in that. If anyone ever watched The Secret World of Alex Mack,
I used to, but I can't remember it off.
I used to. Wasn't it about a girl that had powers?
she could basically melt.
Right, basically radiation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she played the younger sister in 10 Things I Hate About You. The only line I know out of that is like, don't give me that fool for a second. I know what you're going to want to bend the rules for. It's for that hot rod Joey. And she's
Good
like, what's a
Lord.
hot rod?
Anybody else wanted to kill Joey like I did?
Well, I don't know much about the movie because that was more my sister's generation.
Just to say, he's not my type when it comes to a guy.
Well, wasn't he the motorcycle guy?
He was the fucking jock who was trying to get with her and was paying Heath Ledger
Whoa.
to go out with.
Well, I mean, they technically got together at the end, right? I
Mhm.
vaguely remember the movie. I remember watching it with my sister's friends, but vaguely remembering it. I just know that Heath Ledger was in it.
And that's the reason why I listen to the Frankie Valli song now, because he sung that one damn song.
Oh,
Her.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's
I
been
like
a while since. Yeah, like I said, I think I watched it like when it came out. Well, not when it came out, but when it came out in like Blockbuster and stuff. Because I was like, my sister had like a habit of like watching movies with me about like just like things that were just not appropriate for a 4-year-old to be watching. Remember, my sister was like 10 years older.
Well, I know they
no,
made a
10 Things I
TV
Hate
out.
About You was 99, so I'm thinking like I was 9 years old.
Well, they had it like
Um,
a TV show, and they had that one chick from, like, what was it from Nickelodeon? What the fuck was that show? Ned's Declassified, I think.
The what?
Ned's Declassified.
Oh, that thing.
hmm
Lindsay something. Lindsay Shaw? Oh my gosh, I guessed it right. Yeah, Lindsay Shaw?
And getting the that's going to be like an interesting trivia. Name all the Nickelodeon actors from specific TV shows.
Dude, they were supposed to make a high school version of that show, but it didn't get off.
Of course.
According to an interview, the show wasn't as popular as Zoe 101.
I was surprised that they turned School of Rock into a TV show, to be quite honest with you. I'm like, how is that going to gain any traction if Jack Black's not in it?
I'll be honest, I prefer Ned's Declassified over that.
I used
Coleman
to
had,
like it, but
Coconut had made it for me.
like the main three actors kind of ruined it when they started
Yeah.
doing stupid shit.
Like
Yeah.
off camera?
Yeah.
Well, this is
They
what
make fun
happens
of
when
Drake
you're a
Bell
child
because he
star. They
got
don't take
raped
care
or
of them.
something. Years later.
I'm sure there's a
No,
lot of
this is like-
things.
No, this is like them on their own, like making these choices. Like they decided to do this podcasting, and one of the subjects was talking about how they would do adult things to each other on set.
What?
It's like
And let's
it's
not
like
let's not forget the Drake Bell shit.
a different show, but yeah, I get what you mean. What
Well,
are
I'm
you doing,
talking
Elliot?
about how they made fun of Drake Bell, like on their podcast years later.
Yeah, they made fun of him though. Like, and then like, oh, we didn't watch the thing, so we didn't know what was happening.
Bullshit.
People are assholes.
It
You
was
guys were probably
out,
getting went behind the scenes too.
and it was viral too.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap, Mooney, that's beautiful.
What?
The eggplant and the cucumber with little stick legs.
Eggplant, how? I think there's actually there's a story behind it though.
Dude, please don't fucking give anybody ideas about Pickle Rick and porn right now.
Why'd you have to say that?
Because I'm warning you not to.
Well, think about this night. It's been all about this type of shit.
Elliot, I
Oh,
hear you.
here's the thing behind it though. But spirit horse and oxen for Obon to welcome your ancestors.
Oh, that's sweet.
First,
They're talking about Mukaibi welcoming fire and the Okuribi farewell fire and the animals made of cucumbers and eggplants are vehicles for ancestors returning home for Obon. The cucumber is made to look like a fast spirit horse so that the ancestors can return home quickly. The eggplant is used as a spirit cow to carry many offerings so that the ancestors can return home slowly. In some regions, the theory is reversed. At the welcoming fire, cucumbers and eggplants are placed at the gate or entrance facing the house. And after welcoming fire is over, they are moved to the top of the Obon shelf inside the house. For the farewell, as for sending off, the spirit horse and spirit cow are brought to the front of the gate or front of the entrance. Both are placed facing upward, opposite to the welcome fire.
Dude, I'd rather celebrate how Mexicans celebrate bringing the dead back every year.
Dia de los Muertos?
Sí, señorita.
For what I
Alright,
was
well, we
talking
gotta
about,
get- we gotta get going 'cause
here's
we're
the link
over
for
time.
anybody else that wants to for the chat to want to read in Discord.
Well, we got to get going because we're way over time.
Yeah, because I need to freaking get my medicine in tonight.
I need to get
Okay.
a better straw.
Well, next time around, we'll see what the three co-hosts want to do next time around, and then I will go into it completely vanilla and probably react again.
Dude, this is what happens when you leave the show to us.
So I mean, hey, it's fun for you. So I would much rather it be fun for you than be like, okay, let's bore each other for 2 hours and be like,
Oh,
what?
we wouldn't do that.
Right, I need a kid.
You say it so sneakingly. All right. Well, we're gonna head off for tonight. We'll catch you all next time.
And no
We're
playing
getting
with your
very
pickles.
yes, no. They are meant to be put in jars, and you only eat them when they're ready to be eaten. But we're getting close to spring break, so in 2 weeks, so we'll definitely do something spring break related. Until then, we'll catch you all next time. Do all the
Everyone
algorithm
take care.
shit, especially if you like all the foods and dogs and sex toys and all that. All right, bye.
Bye.
Dildo
Everyone, take care and not in that order.